Assalamualaikum and welcome back to FEMME. This is our 4th episode and you're with me, Putri Balkish, and my new co-host. I'll let him introduce himself to all of you now.
Hi, I'm Amar. I am really excited to be here.
So I'm going to just recap on what happened last week on episode 3. So we basically talked about modest Muslimah fashion with Yarona and Adlin Lina, and it turns out that different people actually have different opinions on modest fashion. So today we are going to go on to another topic, and Amma, why don't you actually hit the audience on what we're going to talk about?
Sure, Putri. Well, today I'm going to hint you guys on our main topic. Okay, first of all, women have been oppressed with their opportunities, their belief, their rights, and community starting from 100 years ago.
Yeah, the patriarchy basically is dominated by men.
And the fact that men think that they are superior than women.
True.
Yes.
And women are more vocal to actually voice out.
True. Okay, and the fact that women should be empowered. They should be given the chance to speak out, to show their own interest, their own opinion.
Yeah, it's somewhat deemed wrong right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Since women are actually more vocal about their rights now, there are also segregations as how women actually view fighting their rights for. So some of them are actually very radical. Some of them are really, really against men, like they actually want to dominate.
True.
Yeah. And I wonder how men think about it actually.
Well, I think men, supposedly, they think they're entitled to their own opinion, but the fact that the society believe that men should be shown as in they are entitled their own power, and the fact that women just
are always
it's not the same level as
it's
not at the same level as
because
them.
I mean, for generations women are told to be the ones at home taking care of the babies, cooking at home,
just washing dishes.
Yeah.
It's just, they think that
men, especially in Malaysia actually, they think women belong in the kitchen, but we don't anymore. So without further ado, before we actually continue, we're gonna introduce 2 of our guests today, our special guests. So why don't you introduce them?
Yeah, please. You start, ladies first?
Oh, mashallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Hazwani Helmi, and I'm psychology student, mashallah.
My name is Wafi, and I'm a communication student doing journalism. Yeah, just like Hazwani, right? Right. Okay, I'm Wafi. I'm in the 4th year, right? What year are you in?
Oh, first year.
First year, right? That's cool.
So 2 of these people, they're actually gonna go further and talk about the issue we hinted
Earlier,
yeah. So
I was informed that Wafi, you are I Am Today journalist,
right?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you mean a little bit?
I'm in and I'm out.
Have you ever covered on
Feminism?
No, I mean
regarding the issues that we talked
just
on earlier?
talked about.
Yeah, have I ever written about it?
Have you?
I have not written about it. Am I interested in it? Yeah, it's a interesting issue, I think. It's all over my Twitter a lot. Sometimes I follow a few people who are strong feminists, maybe a bit too strong. Yeah, and it's an interesting topic. I think I have my views, and they have theirs. Our views are not the same, you could say, but I wouldn't say that they're that wrong, because opinions are opinions most of the time. You're not wrong, you're not right. It's just your opinion.
I see. What do you think on the issues we talked about?
Yes, Hazwani.
Like a rough idea about it.
Kita macam santai-santai je lah kan, macam boleh mix-mix sikit. Sebab saya yakin para penonton di IUM Com TV ni ada bermacam-macam lapisan. Maknanya latar belakang yang tahu tentang isu feminism dan sebagainya. Jadi bagi saya personally, I believe that macam apa yang Wafi cakap tadi. Ada setengah orang ada pandangan yang masing-masing. Everyone have different opinions. Jadi bagi saya tak ada pun kata feminism ni satu gerakan ataupun movement yang orang kata salah dan sebagainya. Tapi yang paling penting kita kena berlandaskan dua perkara, iaitu Quran dan Sunnah.
I see. That's a quite strong opinion.
Yeah, that's a good
Coming
start to our show actually.
From Hazwani.
So basically, both of them will be talking further about this issue. And so, tell us more about yourself.
More about myself.
I mean, what do you think of women being outspoken?
I love women.
Really?
Masya-Allah.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, like.
I mean,
because
women are
my
beautiful
mom,
things.
My mom's a woman. My mom's a woman.
Yeah, men are made for women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I was talking to my roommate just yesterday about this, and it was really cool because I was like, "Yo, I gotta talk about feminism tomorrow, man. I don't know anything." And he's like, "Yeah, you don't." So he said something that made me go like, "Whoa, you're right." You know, he said that the first feminist was the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's true." And then he talked about how back then he would be considered a liberal because the religion and the traditions back then were very different to what it is now. He paved the way for how society is today.
True.
So back then he would be a liberal, and if there was Twitter back then, a lot of feminists would hate on him, you know.
Alright.
So he was the first feminist. He advocated for women's rights and for women to
He even
be out
married a
there.
lot.
Sorry?
He even married women.
Yes,
A
he
lot
did.
of women.
He did. 13, am I right?
But with the intention to help.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I want you, and all you come. No, it's not like that. It's more than that, you know. Obviously, if we do it now, it's there wouldn't be the agenda wouldn't be as pure as it was back then.
So Wafi, can we agree that Prophet Muhammad did that for the sole purpose of belief in feminism?
I'm not sure the concept feminism was alive back then.
Back then, yeah.
He did what was commanded to him.
I see.
Yeah. So today, if we are to
Okay. We have to interrupt
Oh,
you
right,
for a
I'm so
while. So we will actually continue on this topic with me, Putri, and him,
Amar.
and come back after the short break.
Okay, stay tuned.
Are you a superwoman or workaholic that keeps yourself updated on issues from time to time?
Are you fashionable and looking up for more ideas on how to keep up with trends and become a citizen?
Are you planning for a Tumblr room but running on a low budget? Learn how to do it yourself.
Don't forget to catch us on La Family Semester
Every Monday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. with me, Putri Baltish,
and with me, Fatin Kamila,
only on Com TV.
Phishing. There are people in the world that want to acquire your personal information on the internet. They will send you random spam emails posing as legitimate sources. These emails are sent across the web indiscriminately, hoping to trap those with below average knowledge of the internet. Clicking on the link in the emails will take you to another page that is disguised as a trusted website. These websites will ask you to key in personal information such as passwords, schedules, bank accounts, and credit card details that can be phished. These information will then be sent back to the unknown perpetrator. Typically, these messages appear to come from well-known and trusted websites. Websites that are frequently spoofed by phishers include PayPal, eBay, MSN, Yahoo, and others. How to avoid getting phished? Attackers send an email that asks you to update the information on your account, like PayPal, or your bank by visiting a web page. Once you click on the web page, it appears legitimate, but upon closer inspection, you will see that the URL is not legitimate. The page will have spaces to input your account information and password. Once you do this, your information goes to the attackers and not your bank. So stay safe and remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Not much. I'm good. How about you?
I'm okay. So I saw you thinking about something. What were you thinking about?
I'm actually drafting my idea.
About what?
Well, we're actually gonna have a live talk show on ComTV this semester.
Oh, will I be in it?
Of course you will, babe. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and welcome back. Before the commercial break, we actually gave you guys an insight on what we're going to talk about. So they both assume that it's feminism, which is true. So we're going to talk about feminism today, also known as women empowerment. So Hazwani, based on the insights we talked about just now, what do you think about feminism?
Feminism, as I mentioned earlier, ni satu movement yang saya yakin daripada zaman dahulu dah ada. Saya berminat bila Wafi ada sebut pasal apa tu, Rasulullah ni seorang yang feminis, tapi ayat yang lebih tepatnya adalah yang menghargai wanita, yang menjaga hak-hak wanita ni. Jadi kalau kita tengok dari segi asasnya, dia lebih kepada nak jaga hak wanita. Dan kalau kita fahamkan dia konsep, dia ideologi pasal feminism ni adalah untuk nak mempertegakkan hak itu. Bagus, Masya Allah. Tetapi seperti yang saya tekankan tadi, kita lebih kepada fokus Al-Quran dan Sunnah. Jadi selagi dia tak bercanggah, so bolehlah. Tapi bagi saya, macam saya berminat nak tahu, Wafi, apa pandang, sorry macam jadi host pula ya.
Tak apa, it's okay.
Sebab saya berminat juga nak tahu macam feminism ni, saya yakin benda ni ramai remaja-remaja macam kita ni nak tahu bagaimana feminism. Jadi rasanya okey ke feminism?
Okay.
What do you think, Wafi?
Yeah. Tapi just like what Hazwani said.
Sorry.
Okay.
So before they actually continue on feminism, we have an interview to show you.
Let's see.
Feminism is basically a social movement that fights, it fights for women's rights, women's social condition, trying to uplift whatever that is happening around them, the women, and also trying to negate any kind of discrimination against them.
Feminism is mostly promoted in Western countries by the Westerners because, as we know, the people there, mostly they downgraded women. So feminism is very famous there because they think they want to uphold the status of women.
I know what feminism is. It's about female rights. Also not necessarily only about female rights, it's also about equality. But now it's mainly focusing on female rights because a lot of women in society are discriminated upon. There have been 3 waves of feminism. Now it's moving on to the 4th wave of feminism, starting from the right to vote, the right for economic access and all that stuff. Now it's moving more towards a social aspect of feminism.
Feminism is basically women empowerment, right? It's the feminism nowadays. It's trying to propagate. It's trying to show that women are equal to men. But I was a student of sociology back when I was doing A levels, and I learned that there were many kinds of feminism. But the ones that we are trying to propagate now is liberal feminism, meaning that men and women should be equal, you know, in terms of education, in terms of working opportunities, in terms of whatever, okay?
Assalamualaikum and hi, we're back. Okay, so based on the interviews that we had earlier on, people have different views, different opinions on feminism, whether it's positive or negative. There are a lot of opinions. But going back to Wafi just now, what's your point of view on feminism?
Right.
You were saying?
Like what Hazwani asked me if what my view on it was, and I said that it's perfectly alright as long as dia berdasarkan atas Quran and Sunnah, just like what you said earlier. So yeah, but nowadays it's a little bit radical, as Putri said earlier, with things that go a little bit overboard, you know,
like women want to have a day without a bra.
Yeah, and the hashtag free the nipple. I think that's
That was
absurd.
based on
That's
just Western views of
on
feminism.
it's yeah, exactly. So the Western views tend to seep into our society because of how how much we're exposed to it.
And there's like a confusion. So
Yeah.
what's right, you know?
Yeah. What I can say is that their culture is right in their society. But when you're here, you can't be following what they're doing.
True.
I see. Okay, well, I totally agree on your opinion. Okay, all right. Do you have a second question, Putri? Can you?
So, what do you guys think are the challenges for women nowadays?
Okay. Now, I like this question sebab baru-baru ni saya baru berbual dengan sahabat saya pasal cabaran wanita zaman sekarang. Jadi, bila saya kaji balik, saya tengok sebenarnya cabaran ni daripada zaman dulu dah pernah ada. Contoh, perempuan mesti kena masak. Perempuan mesti kena cuci baju. Semua ni perempuan.
Kena jaga anak, kena menyusukan anak, kena jaga layan suami.
Kan?
and
Jadi
things like
perempuan
that.
makin mengecil, lelaki makin mengembang. Masya Allah, ya, mengembang sangat. Jadi, poin di sini saya macam, betul juga. Tapi, dia semua berdasarkan family background. Macam saya, bila saya dengar tu, saya terkejut. Sebab family saya, Alhamdulillah, jenis yang macam open.
I see.
Maknanya, masing-masing tanggungjawab masing-masing lah. Baju buat sendiri, cuci buat sendiri. Tapi kawan saya ni semuanya dia. Jadi, dia jadi macam stres. Dan sebab tu saya percaya, I believe, feminism ni muncul. Disebabkan diorang banyak sangat rasa perempuan ni kena kerja kat rumah je macam tu. Jadi, bagi saya macam mungkin kita kena sama-sama bantu. Macam mana Nabi kan, kita ikut contoh Nabi. Contoh, ada satu situasi di mana baju Nabi koyak. Baju Nabi koyak, lalu dia tak minta pun isteri dia jahit sendiri, Masya Allah. Jadi itu antara yang boleh kita contohi jugalah.
Definitely an exemplary man. What do you guys think on women in the workforce?
I think it's amazing.
You know, I mean, like, you know how some organizations, they don't want to give women a raise as compared to men because they think that women are emotional, right?
Yes, true.
And men are more capable because they think logically.
Right. Those are presumptions, I think, based on personal experience.
I mean, have you been
been
led as a like? Have you had a woman as a leader in a club or something?
Yeah, right now. And she's like the best ever, Amalia from Kosa. Kosa's the best student society in human sciences. In UAE, I think Kosa is number 1. Kosa's the best.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so what was the question?
About women being leaders.
Yeah, okay. Amalia is a really good leader. I think she does her job wonderfully well. And what I see in the society is, in the smaller picture, mungkin betul apa yang Hazwani kata about the women having to do this and having to do that. Like they are prescribed responsibilities beforehand, before anything else, you know. And that, I think, is a matter of how the children are raised. Right.
Yes,
Okay. If you're raised like, okay, you know, you and your sister have to do equal work, blah blah, then you know they'll grow up understanding that. You know?
Okay.
But
okay, can I interrupt you a bit?
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, about your own family. I mean, how you've been brought up before. Okay, how do you define feminism in your own family? Is it like Hazwani's friend just now? What happened on her?
My mom is the only woman in the family. Is the only lady in the family. I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
So everyone does the work. And except for my elder brother, he doesn't do much.
So we'll talk about switching roles after this.
Right, okay.
So we'll be back after the commercial break with both of us.
Right, stay tuned.
Communication Department of International Islamic University Malaysia holds about 500 students varying in 4 different specializations.
Communication Department is one of the oldest department in IUM. It's attached under Kuliah of Islamic Review Knowledge and Human Sciences. I believe it was established in the late 1990s.
Basically, communication department, we have beside COSA, we have 3 other entity that interesting for me for student to join. The first one is our radio station, which is IUM-FM. The second one is our newspaper, IM Today. And the last one is Society for Public Relations Students, which is IPRMSA.
COSA, IPRSMA, IIM-FM, and IIM Today are platforms for students to learn and enhance their skills.
IIM Today was established by Communication Department as a good platform for communication students to improve their writing skills and also to have a better understanding on what is journalism actually is. And they have their own place, they have their own club, or we can call as institution, so that they can sit down together with other journalists and to learn to have a better understanding of what journalism is all about.
The student also being exposed with the field of industry and help them to get clear picture on how industry works.
Okay, well, I think it's a good opportunity, a good platform for the students of IIUM, especially when they actually open the opportunity to other students as well. Like, for example, like me, I myself is doing economics, but at the same time, I'm as a DJ for IIUM-FM, which is something different. The experience is different from my field. So, yeah, I think they actually provide a good platform, and it's a good exposure.
Hi, I am Alvin Semae.
Hi, I'm Putri Osman.
I'm Sofia.
Muhammad Amirul Afiq Roslan.
I'm Hafizatul Fatina.
I'm Nur Hidayati binti Jamal.
I'm specializing in electronic media,
organizational communication,
electric media,
journalism,
public relations,
electronic media.
I am proud to be a
communication student
of IIUM.
So welcome back after the commercial break. Just now, we were actually talking about their definitions of feminism and the challenges they think women are facing nowadays. So what do you guys think about the reversal of roles, like, men being the housekeeper, I guess, and women actually being the breadwinner? Do you think men would have like an ego? Ladies first. You can start.
Of course.
Bagi saya, perkara ni satu benda yang baik juga kalau lelaki bersama. Saya tak katalah macam lelaki yang kena jaga rumah. Macam sebab benda tu paling tidak kita kena tahu tanggungjawab masing-masing. Maknanya lelaki sama-sama bantu jaga anak dan sebagainya. Jadi bagi saya tak pelik sebab Nabi pun pernah buat juga. Macam itulah.
Okay, what about you? Wafi?
I've got a family member-ish. He's like my grandma.
Before Wafi goes on, let's resume to an interview done by a few students.
Well, my views depends on the situation. I would see it as in a positive connotation if this feminism, this movement is fighting for something which is so important, like women needs education, women needs their rights to vote, women needs to have their rights in the public discourse, they need to work, they need to do everything that they need, well, basically humans' right. But then in a negative way, if things get too radical, basically it's too negative and it against the natural phenomenon what feminism is about. It might actually promote negativity.
For me, I think feminism is a negative thing because I speak based on Islamic view because in Islamic view, if we practice how the way Prophet treat women, this feminism is not needed in this society.
I feel that feminism is an amazing thing, right? Because one, it's just, right? It provides justice, but also second is that because of the oppression and stuff, I feel that anyone who views feminism as a bad thing, they just don't understand it to its fullest extent.
Like I said, it can be a good and a bad thing. Like, what I think should be done is that we should embrace our natural qualities. Like women, we're good at certain things. Men are good at certain things. So like I said, it can be a good thing and a bad thing. So.
Hi, welcome back. All right, we had done some interviews about the perceptions, the positive and negative part of feminism.
Yeah, so apparently some people are totally against it, and some people are actually totally supporting it.
Yes.
So back to what Wafi was talking about. What do you think of the reversal of roles of men and women?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, when you think about the phrase house husband, has a little ring to it. Yeah? Right, okay. But then I have a relative.
I see.
Who is a house husband.
How is he doing?
He's alright, I guess.
Does he look happy?
I mean,
I don't.
Does he
you
look well
know,
rested?
in the Malay society where we
Yeah.
have this thing where men has their ego
Yeah,
tercala.
it is an ego thing, I would say. It is an ego thing because
Does it?
throughout, like, tradition, the man is supposed to take care of the woman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's how
I
it's
think
seen today as
we've
well.
been brought up to the
Yeah.
fact that we have
and
to take care of them.
And like if one day your wife is taking care of you, giving you money, it's like, oh man, no.
How do you
But you take it anyway.
think?
I think personally, I think that in a way, it's fine if you're just more. It's fine. It's just happening to your family. But the fact that society
Perceives it. It still
perceives
affects
it. They always have a thing to say,
yeah.
and the fact that they will be coming to you and say that this is wrong and you're not. It's not fine for you to be, sitting at your
Home,
house,
doing
at home,
nothing.
and then, taking care of the kids, or you're supposed to be out and they're working,
no.
and
I think it goes down if the individual is happy, and then
if you can, if you can just avoid all those negative feedback from other people and just focus on just and just being and
Tiba-tiba teringat lagu yang apa yang penting kerja sama. So itu yang penting sebenarnya. Sama-sama kerja juga.
Yeah,
Wonder Pets.
Yeah.
Love Wonder Pets.
even my dad's a house husband. Like right now, yeah, he actually stopped working for a while, and he's managing the home now. So he actually likes it. He likes to check up on me all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds really chill. You got when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Stay at home and chill and just let the women do all the work.
Yeah.
Outside.
Hey,
this is what I want. This is the energy that I want. Okay, I'm gonna talk on this one particular case, on what happened in Malaysia.
But before that,
before all that, Putri.
So before he goes to the serious stuff,
Yeah.
we'll actually have a short break.
International Islamic University Malaysia, or IIUM, is one of the leading universities in Malaysia. Kuliah of Islamic Rebel Knowledge and Human Sciences, or well known as IRKHS, is one of the faculty offered in IIUM. The Kuliah combines two programs, which are Islamic Rebel Knowledge and Human Sciences. Human Sciences program offers 6 courses, which are Communication, History and Civilization, Political Science, English Language and Literature, Psychology, and Sociology and Anthropology. Communication Department has one of the largest number of students in the Kuliah. It provides students with the necessary knowledge and skills with regards to communication and media. The courses offered in the program are also include with Islamic values, concepts, principles and methods. This program provides knowledge and information of communication links with an opportunity to study some specialized areas. Communication program provides 4 specializations, which are organizational communication, electronic media, print media, and public relations. Students are given the opportunity to choose one of the specialization areas. It prepares students for employment in areas related to communication.
The Department of Communication offers a comprehensive program which consists of theoretical and practical aspects in communication disciplines. Apart from knowledge that they obtain from classrooms, they could also practice their knowledge and skills in the studio, newsrooms and labs.
Students majoring in communication need to undergo 8 semesters to complete their studies. There are 18 major courses relating to communication field. Then, communication students can enhance their skills and ability in the specialization that they choose. If students want to specialize in organizational communication, they will be introduced with all things related with organization.
Basically, organizational communication deals with small group communication. So we'd like to prepare students in terms of how to deal effectively with small teams, like for example, managing group people, learning the right skills for teamwork, how effective a group would be under certain circumstances. Also equip them with certain skills related to communicating effectively.
So welcome back after the commercial break. Wafi, actually all of us were actually just talking about house husbands, and I was just talking about how my dad is one. So now we're actually going to continue into something quite serious.
Yes.
And I'll let Amar
Thank
take
you.
over.
Okay, there has been this one particular case happened recently in Malaysia, whereby this NGO was blaming feminism only because the fact that women shouldn't be allowed to work as hard as men. They should be the mother of the house, the mother of the family. They should be home taking care of the kids because
apparently the kids would have like an attitude problem.
If
their moms are not
the
looking after
character
them.
it's not really developed, and they just tend to just turn to their friends and find something else to.
Yeah, they would behave in a certain way that is not perceived as positive by the society.
Positive, yes.
So
what do you
guys
think? What do you think? I mean, from this part of this fact that NGO has been saying.
It's a totally negative look on feminism.
Do you want to? You want to start?
Please.
Okay.
You start, yeah.
So macam bagi saya tertarik dengan soalan ni sebab bagaimana ada orang ada persepsi macam tu. Bagi saya ada pengalaman saya sendiri. Ni kira sahabat kakak saya lah. Seorang mak jaga anak, bekerja, lebih mampu sebenarnya. Dia bergantung kepada bagaimana kita uruskan masa.
I think women are good multitaskers.
Yes,
the
betul.
best. Actually, men can't multitask.
Terpoyo lah pula, tapi bukan. Tapi bukan macam tu kan. Kalau kita tengok mak kita pun macam boleh angkat, kau boleh jemur baju. Semua mana dia boleh buat, Masya Allah. Jadi bagi saya tak ada masalah pun sebenarnya kalau untuk macam sambil bekerja dan sebagainya. Tapi kita kena ada letak priority juga. At least kena spend time. Sebab benda tu penting. Dari segi sudut psikologi tu, besar nanti dia akan membentuk personality tu.
Okay, Hazwani, may I ask, how do you actually give time for your family and also working, for the in the span of 24 hours?
Masya-Allah, terima kasihlah tanya soalan ni. Saya sangat suka sebab cara saya spend time dengan family saya sebab masing-masing busy. Macam kakak pun busy, semua busy kan. Kita orang macam ni tau. Dekat depan lift sebab rumah kita ada lift. So dekat depan lift pun kita akan borak lagi, borak. Mana ada kesempatan tu kita akan spend time juga. Kalau waktu free time memang akan keluarlah lepak macam tu lah.
Together, to isi masa.
So benda tu penting lah sebenarnya untuk kita spend time dengan family.
Put an effort, right?
Okay,
what do you think, Wafi?
I think that's living proof that 24 hours in a day is enough. It's just how you use it.
Sure.
And what was the main question?
The main question was, what do you think about the NGO that actually
that perceive feminism as
something
as
negative?
Nothing. There is no value. There's no religion. It's not even related to religion.
Was that based on anything?
No, it was just based on what he believed.
It was just a perceive and
perception. Yes.
Perception.
Right. Okay. Then I don't think that can be carried on. But when you say something, you have to base it on something else. You can't just say like, "Yo, if I told you that the sky is green, you wouldn't believe me, right?"
No.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I think it's green. Like, if I say I think it's green,
you're probably colorblind.
Yeah. It could be the same with them. Obviously, his view is different, and it's
Do you think it's acceptable though to view it as something totally negative? Because you know how our society, we don't actually treat our. I'm not assuming, but I can see that some parents, they don't actually know how to interact with their children.
Yes.
So they totally have this relationship where
Right.
I'm your dad, I'm your mom, I'm strictly parents.
Yes.
I can't be friends with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So that could be a problem too, right? Not feminism only, right?
Can you relate on this level of thinking?
Yeah.
My mom listens to me.
That's
That's
good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
She's
that's
my
good.
homie.
My parents listen
And
to me too.
What about
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
But
Alhamdulillah.
obviously there are some things that we can't tell them.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, of course.
But yeah.
we have filter.
Yeah.
You have to filter
Yeah.
some of the stuff. But I think personally, I think that if parents can really connect to their kids, I think
It's more helpful with
Yeah.
the bonding, you know.
the
Obviously, yeah.
relationship could be stronger.
But then it's not solely the job of the mom to like always be there and take care, bagi
It's
attention
always
and stuff like
harder on the mom, on the women.
that. Yeah.
Why is it like that?
Why?
Maybe because women are gifted with many other things.
We're strong,
Yes.
right?
And therefore Allah He gives you a lot of other things. Therefore He gives you with different challenges as compared to men. That's
True.
one way of seeing it, I think.
Yep, true.
But obviously I'm never gonna experience such calamities because I'm a guy.
What if you end up being a house husband?
Okay, cool.
You're fine with
Oh,
that.
alhamdulillah.
Yeah, but just not the diapers maybe.
Not just
Not
so
the
you're gonna
diapers.
ask someone else to.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Benda ni boleh belajar. It's like,
Yeah, I think
whether
it's
you want
fine.
to or
For
not.
me, I
It's
think I
also an
agree
ego
with you,
thing,
man.
though. It's an ego thing.
I'm sure your girlfriend would be proud of you right now.
Yeah, I think she's just looking at you a bit like, oh, okay, I can just work and like Wafi just stay at home and
Yeah.
take care of the kids.
Yeah.
If there are any kids.
So welcome back. Sorry about the technical difficulty just now. There was some sort of confusion. So for now, we are going to take a break from talking about feminism, and we are going to teach you guys how to do a simple flower bouquet.
It's a
Yay!
DIY. Okay, come on.
Love bouquets.
So, this is wrapping paper. You need at least 2 colors.
Yeah.
Omar, show the next.
Okay, the next step would be you just make sure the.
Oh, of course you need flowers, but these are fake ones because we're
this is
kind of broke.
Colored paper. Right? This is colored paper, right? Okay, first
so
of
Omar,
all,
start.
we have to gather the flowers and use sellotape and then tip it around the flower.
Yeah.
Let's stick
Come,
it.
let me do it.
We're doing it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we're just like just show how to do it.
Girl, we have to do it.
See, girls multitasking.
Girl.
Masih lagi.
So,
Masih lagi.
wrap around the flower like you wrap your finger around your boyfriend.
Astaghfirullah. Okay. Okay, next.
Okay, so then you secure the flower in between the wrapper, like this.
Maybe you can try on that
yeah.
flower.
Yeah.
Since you have extra.
Okay. Wait, it looks kind of retarded. Okay. How do we
Okay,
do it?
just make it. Just
Make-
crumple it around.
just crumple it
Just crumple it
around.
around the flower.
Yeah.
So it looks like a bouquet, but you have to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, you
okay.
guys have to kind of do it properly. We don't have much time to be aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this. Just something like this, you know.
Yeah, basically. And then tape it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get me some tape, man.
Yeah.
See, look at how men multitask. They're so slow.
Tak ada focus.
Rafi?
Yeah.
Please help.
Get me more tape, man.
That's not enough, is it?
Okay.
Right.
Try.
Okay.
Try what?
Look. So you get this first.
I can't find the tip of the tape.
But you have to make sure you secure the cellophane tape properly, or not the flower would
Wait, and then I tape it
detach.
again?
Yeah, tape it around.
I can't find the tip.
Tape around.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Come on, Omar.
Can you see?
I can't see, but I can't find
Now you're delaying everyone.
Wait, I can't really find.
Boleh, okay.
What can men find?
That's very funny. Thank you, Kiki, for that clarification. No, that's why we asked.
Yeah,
That's why we asked.
You gotta teach.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
teach. Men are just
And
lost
women apparently knows how to find faults, right?
What?
What?
Women apparently only know how to find faults,
Yeah, they
right?
know how to
Since
find fault.
men
We just had to ask every
don't
time
know anything.
what's our fault.
Yeah, we want to learn because we understand.
We're
that
always
not-
learning. That's why we ask a lot.
Why are you taking forever?
Huh?
Why are you taking forever?
Forever is over.
Pressure is on.
Yes.
Yes. Get me some tape.
Okay.
That's how you multitask. Okay. Amar, do you want to do the honors for the blue wrapper?
Sure. I'm on it to do this.
Yeah.
So excited. You can actually.
Actually, it's a bit too long down here.
Is it correct? I think this is correct. It just has to be the
But
the
sis
flowers
cuba.
has to-
Hashtag.
Sis cuba.
It's not tight enough.
How tight do you want it to be?
Dah siap.
Boys,
I like
let's
it.
not get there.
No.
MashaAllah.
No, if you want the flower to
Astaghfirullah.
stick, if you want the flower to stick,
Guys.
if you want the flower to stick, you
And
really
then
have
the
to make
blue
it
wrapper.
tight.
Oh.
Make it like this.
These aren't even real.
No, but it looks like
Hey,
it.
move on to the blue paper.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't have forever.
Wait,
I
you
guess-
fold it right.
Yeah,
that.
you just
You just
put
crumple
it
it around.
sideways,
Yeah.
Like this.
Make it
It's
sideways.
just to give like
Just
a
like that.
sort of a contrasting.
Like that?
No, fold it first.
Oh.
Friend, come and help.
Yeah, I think I'm doing this right.
You're basically folding it first,
Oh.
giving it sort of like a
Remember that TV show Art Attack?
yeah.
What?
It's basically a mini art attack.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think I'm
Yo,
doing this right.
Amar.
This is right, I think. Right? Does it like look nice to you? It does it.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
alright. It's creative.
It looks like, you know,
A man would.
a man would do it.
Okay, wait, guys.
Siap dah.
They're fascinating.
Oh, look what I made, guys.
You made?
You made.
We
See,
made.
men like
Like,
to take
yes.
the credit
We
on
made it.
their own.
We
Men take all the credit. They
made it.
always want to take all the credit. You guys did it together,
Yeah, we did it together. Right?
but you said I did it.
I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
You're not perfect, Rafi. I
Yeah.
understand.
We make
We men
mistakes.
understand.
Are you guys?
Really understand.
Do you guys like plan the script before this?
No, it's not scripted. We don't even have to.
Yeah, we understand each other.
Yeah, we understand each other.
We like
Wow.
each other.
So much romance going on, guys.
It's called bromance. For a reason.
Okay, so we're done with both. Yay!
And then what?
But I mean, if you have extra budget, do get real flowers, guys.
Yeah, like proper meat with
Yeah.
chocolates and berries. And
I'm sure this is
whatnot.
helpful for guys. So, producer, how many stars? 7?
8.
8?
That's 8.
8 stars?
Why 8?
It's out of 5, right?
Which one's prettier though? I like this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one?
She likes
Seriously?
Amar's.
Oh,
What?
my God. I didn't have put effort though. Put my effort
Okay.
there.
Yeah, for
I can keep this, right?
males out there, y'all know how to do it
Yeah,
now.
I have extra flowers tonight if you want, just in case.
So that wasn't too hard, actually.
Yeah.
It's just like folding paper.
Yeah, we just folded papers.
Yeah, right. We just folded paper
What?
around fake flowers.
Yeah.
So?
Okay, so we're done with this. Can we get like some extra chocolates, maybe bears,
Yeah.
to make it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then this would actually save a lot of money. It's about if you buy it like dekat luar
Yeah.
or like dekat
I just
converse.
bought flowers for my brother who had convocation today.
Yeah. Expensive,
It
right?
costed me around 40 ringgit.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we continue, we'll have a short break.
Again.
Again.
Again. How exciting! Oh my god.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, you guys can try, actually.
And look how beautiful this flower is that I made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the audience
Stay
has
tuned.
flowers waiting.
Communication department provides various trainings and outside classroom activities to enhance student skills in management and media practice. They are IIUM FEMME, IIUM Today, Communication Students Association, or well known as COSA, and Institute of Public Relations Malaysia, better known as IPRMSA.
COSA is one of the medium that unite all communication students through our academic event as well as through sport. In COSA, the student be able to enhance their leadership skill for the betterment of the future.
IIUM FM is an online radio launch on May 26, 2010 by the former IIUM Rector, Professor Datuk Sri Dr. Said Arabi bin Said Abdullah Aidid. This radio is run by students to inform the campus and also the public about the university activities, current issues, and also provide latest news and updates. The students can learn and improve their skills in handling the radio equipment and also able to produce a radio program.
We have our own Play Store, which is IIUM FM. If they want to listen to our radio, they can just download the apps.
IIUM Today is the official news portal for IIUM, introduced on May 2014. It provides news on daily basis and also give an opportunity for students or academicians from other kuliahs or departments to contribute their news by sending it on their official email or put it in their official site.
Basically for me, I think one of the benefits is that I get to polish up my skills of writing, and then another one, I also get to gain my confidence because I have to, when you have to do like a news or something, you need to interview the person, so it somehow helped me to gain confidence.
IIUM Today Bulletin is a weekly news bulletin produced by communication students, journalists from journalism specialization, camera operators, and visual editors from electronic media specialization, working hand in hand in producing quality news bulletin. The aim of bulletin is to achieve the highest standard of news production at par with professional standard. Under video production, students have produced television programs and short video under guidance of experts from the industry. A group of 9 students currently writing and co-producing with Capital TV a 13 episodes documentary called Evolusi. The trust given by the industry is a proof to the capability and quality of communication department students' ability.
So welcome back. You're with me, Gadis Bunga, and these two mat bunga.
Abang bunga.
Yeah. So apparently our producer gave us 7 or 8 stars because apparently the stock is too long, and the prettiest one is that one actually, which a ready-made one.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is the
prettiest
result
one.
of having extra
Time.
amount of time just
But
to do it.
everything is beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, it's how you perceive it.
But people will always say what they want to say.
Yeah, they always have their own opinion.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so today
Done
we
on flowers.
actually talked about how people viewed feminism, right? And how is it like being a woman, the expectations of women, how and Wafi actually didn't mind being a house husband. So the switching of roles are actually okay with certain men. Actually, 1 in a million. Like most of
Amar's
there's
okay,
not
right?
many. Are you okay?
I agreed with them.
Yeah, it's
100%.
yeah.
I was,
2 in a
I was
million.
just saying
2 in a million.
Yeah,
2 in a million.
Yo, Ashraf, you okay, man? Yeah, Ashraf, 2 in a million now. What's up?
So like you went to Syria before, right? So how did you view feminism there?
Well, macam dekat Syria ni kita macam tak perasan lah pula dari segi gerakan feminism tu macam mana. Tapi yang
What
antara
about women? Yeah,
women, Masya Allah. Ni antara pengalaman yang saya tak boleh lupakan. Waktu tu saya terjumpa seorang adik kecil yang mukanya terkoyak disebabkan runtuhan bangunan. Dan pada saat itu ibunya memeluk dia dan ibunya meninggal dalam keadaan begitu sebabkan runtuhan bangunan. Jadi
This happened right in front of your eyes.
dan bayangkan sepanjang kami berada di Syria tu, setiap minit akan dengannya bunyi letupan bom. Jadi bayangkan keadaan di Syria tu bagaimana. Kami sendiri pun Masya Allah takut, apatah lagi mereka sebenarnya.
I can't imagine how what would we do if we were to put in your situation.
Yang paling penting kita banyakkan doa. Doa silahul mukmin. Doa tu senjata orang mukmin.
Okay. You know how Saudi Arabia they recently lifted the ban on driving?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that?
It's a good step in the right direction, I think. If anywhere needs feminism, it's Saudi Arabia. I would say.
Why do you say so?
Because obviously there are a few things there which.
But there is the most prominent Islamic country in the whole world. I mean, Saudi Arabia, basically Arab culture is always related to Islamic culture.
But I wouldn't say they are. Would you say that Saudi Arabia is the most prominent Islamic country in the world?
One of the most.
I would
One
not
of the most.
say
One of the
no.
most, yeah,
I do not agree.
Then what,
like one
Turkey?
bit. Brunei.
Brunei.
100 Brunei.
But they somehow get away with. They don't actually have the rules imposed.
What rules?
Towards royalty. They impose the rules to the people.
Right. One thing that I've learned is that the only Islamic state that will ever in this world, it was Medina. During the Prophet's time, there will never be another Islamic state, because we are humans. We're not prophets. We're not angels. We are bound to fall into the trap of the real world. Money, wine, girls. We're all gonna fall for that.
But you said you like girls.
Yeah.
And they're a trap.
What?
And now they're a trap.
Yeah, I mean, they are if you indulge in many women. There's one saying that behind every successful man is a woman. Behind every man that's not successful. What's the opposite of successful?
Failure.
A failure?
Behind every failed man are many women.
I see.
What about polygamy?
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. It's about polygamy if you do it right, and if you bagi hak masing-masing to everyone.
Like Rasulullah?
Yes.
Ada terfikir tak nak poligami?
No.
Buat masa sekarang lah, standard lah tu.
Tak tu, seorang pun dah sikit kepala tu.
Yeah, exactly.
Masya Allah.
Masya Allah.
I really have to agree, 100% I agree.
Yeah, 100. What's up?
Having just one person in your life, it just makes you think that if you add more to your
collection.
It's not collection. I'm sorry. I'm gonna rephrase that. It's not collection. It's just to have someone in your life, like more than just one. It's gonna make you go crazy. Yeah. Even just one, you can't really handle them. One person.
Polygamy is, I think it's very difficult to be practiced. Do you think polygamy is very difficult to be practiced?
I think even being a woman handling another wife is hard. Even seeing my husband going like, okay, so how do I manage these two women?
Right, and there's the problem of distributing love equally.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, how do you do that?
Okay. But let's put aside polygamy. So do you guys really think that feminism is a negative thing or a positive thing?
Yeah.
And how do you see the growth in Malaysia? You can start first.
I would say the movement of feminism in Malaysia, I would say still in dalam
Very
keadaan
moderate?
yang moderate, yang masih selamat. Sebab ada kenalan-kenalan saya yang terlibat dalam industri, ada pemikiran feminism, tapi yang masih berlandaskan yang fahaman yang baik lah. So bagi saya tak ada pun, takut pun nak cakap, tapi bagi saya tengah-tengah selamat. So kita kena, macam yang saya tekankan sekali lagi, yang penting Quran dan Sunnah, dan man arada dunya fa alaihi bil ilm, man arada al akhirah fa alaihi bil ilm, man aradahuma fa alaihi bil ilm. Kalau kita nak dunia, kita kena ada ilmu, nak akhirat kena ada ilmu, nak kedua-duanya kena ada ilmu. Jadi ilmu ni akan mendorong kita ke destinasi perkampungan sebenar kita, which is syurga, insya-Allah.
Oh yeah.
Inshallah.
I like that so much.
What about you, Afi?
Yeah, that's beautiful though.
Yeah. What's the question?
So feminism, is it
Yeah.
right? Is it wrong?
I think our society, apart from the little apa problem of gender roles and all that, women in Malaysia, I don't see them as oppressed in any way.
Yeah.
It's not as much as other countries,
I
right?
think we're quite.
How many lecturers in our department are women?
True.
The head of
I
department
think
is
it's more than
True.
men.
Yeah.
The number.
Apa Zeti, not Dr. Zeti.
Dr.
No, Zeti Akhtar dekat Bank Negara.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was. She
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
Bank Negara governor.
Governor Bank Negara.
They're very, and apa the most prominent political leader, not from the government at the moment, would
Okay.
probably be debatable, arguable is Nurhaliza.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Women are actually powerful now.
yeah in this country. So yeah.
Especially in Malaysia.
So in Malaysia,
Would you say it's better than the movement in Malaysia? Would you say it's better than other countries?
I cannot say because I haven't studied the movement in other countries.
Okay, true.
What about the growth in Malaysia, like of feminism? What do you think of it?
It's growing, but from what I see, maybe because the people I follow on social media are not the right people to follow.
Radicals.
But, yeah.
Radical.
And another thing I see is that it's something that kind of annoys me.
People want to impose on other people, right?
No, not really. It's like, for example, Amar tweets something like, "Yo, girls shouldn't." This is one tweet that said something like,
For example.
girls shouldn't mengepit to guys
Yeah.
when taking photos and all that because they're not married. And then, which is a good point. It's a valid point.
It's a valid point, of course. If
It's
you-
not attacking anyone in general. And then this chick, this
This
lady,
girl.
yeah, I'm
This
sorry,
lady.
this lady, she decides to quote the tweet and says, "Tapi laki pun jangan." And it's like,
kenakan balik, yelah.
you're going away from the point. The point is
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
and then that tweet will get puluh-puluh ribu
Viral.
retweets, and it's.
Kadang-kadang kesian juga lelaki kan semua kena
It's
kat
like,
orang.
We're trying to say something.
We're trying to do something
and you're,
right, but
you're taking the point away.
yeah,
Understood.
instead of arguing about it. Yeah.
So we basically talked about feminism today, and we actually debated about a lot of things, and I felt like today was actually a good session, right?
Yeah, I think
Alhamdulillah.
I've learned a lot today on how feminism works.
Yeah, so actually feminism is not entirely a bad thing and not entirely a good thing. As long as it actually follows the path of Islam, I'm sure women are to be empowered.
Yeah.
All right.
So bye, guys.